Alright guys, welcome to the Carpet Garage, and I will be changing the oil in 1982 Corvette for the first time, and I'll be bringing you guys along with me, so it's more of a how-to. So I have the jack, 2 jack stands, 2 tire stoppage to oil drain, and I have the oil filter, Castrol Edge, and is 10W30, also keyed in filter for this one as well. So again, it's for the 1982 Corvette. I'm not sure if it applies for all C3s, but definitely for this one. So let's go ahead and this crossfire injection. We're gonna go ahead and change the oil. All right, guys. I'll say the first thing that I do is I'm gonna go ahead and get some extra ground clearance. So I made some ramps so I can drive up to get the jack underneath a low car. So that's the first thing that I do. All right, guys. Usually the ramps work on the Challenger and the C7, but it didn't work on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and jack it up. Before I do, I wanted to show you, again, make sure you put your tire stops behind the rear tires. Mercer, like that. It does go back. Make sure your doors are cracked, your hood's cracked before jacking up your C3, or it will mess up the fiberglass. So everything's cracked. I'm gonna go ahead and jack it up. All right, guys. So the car's too low, so what I did is I jacked it from the side. Not on the fiberglass, but on the frame of the car. Put 2 jack stands there. Use a ramp there. And we're gonna get to the oil plug to drain it. But that's kind of the way I have it now. And the emergency brake on. So to give you guys a heads up, that's what I have. All right, guys, I know the lighting's a little bit bad, but that's your drain plug for the car right here. So it's passenger side tire right there. And you're gonna turn it towards the passenger side tire to loosen it. All right, guys, I'm letting the oil drain out, and while I do that, this is what I use, and this one is a 3/4, works perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the plug, make sure there's no residue once everything drained out, and I'm gonna tackle the oil filter, and the oil filter is right there. Sorry for the light, guys, but you can kind of see it's a little bit right by the oil pump, but more towards the driver's side. So if you can follow my finger, it is right here. So it kind of give you oil plug, filter. All right, guys, there's the oil filter. I usually clean around the oil filter canister just to make sure there's no leftover rubber gasket or anything like that before I put the new oil filter back on. So just want to let you know this kind of goes right there in that area, and that's the old one. All right, so Castrol Edge mileage, I got 10W30, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick my finger in the oil, pull around the gasket here, and I'm gonna pull oil in here, so it can already have, when I start the motor, already have oil in the oil filter, and we'll go from there. But that's what I usually do is to lubricate the gasket so it won't stick. And I'm gonna use a Canon air filter. All right, guys, we tighten up the filter, and it's hand tight. Make sure there's leaks, and we want to make sure you're on really good. And I'm gonna continue to put the camera down so I can tighten it some more. But remember to hand tighten your oil filter. All right, guys, we got the oil filter on to give you a better perspective of where it is. There's the oil plug. Kind of cleaned around it because I know there's a lot of oil residue, leftover oil residue, so I cleaned around it. But that's where your oil plug and your oil filter. So that's passenger side, front suspension, your driver's side. There you go. All right, guys. So we're finished putting the oil plug on there. Draining the oil. Putting the oil plug back on, took the old oil filter back off, put the new oil filter back in. So now we're gonna put 5 quarts of oil in there, and that should be it. Then we'll clean up. All right, I'll show you guys where to put it in. All right, this is the famous crossfire injection motor, and we're gonna use the oil filter, and that's where we take the cap off. That's where the oil goes. And we're gonna check it, start it up, let it run for about a minute, and check it again, and we should be good to go. And I'll show you where to check it as well. All right, guys, the last step is checking the oil, and the oil this step is right here, passenger side. All right, guys, last thing that I do is I let it warm up for about a minute or so, and let it run for about a minute, let it cool down, and then I'll check one more time while I'm doing that. I'm cleaning up, and then also I'm checking for any leaks or anything like that. So that's pretty much it, guys. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful, and thanks for watching. And like, subscribe, and God bless, guys. Take care. Nick with the Corporate Garage out.